Brett, when we talked on the phone recently, I told you that rack of lamb may be my favorite meat of all time. Please, tell me what you're getting ready to do with this.
Well, you said blow your mind, so I had to come up and deliver. So we have a
With
beautiful...
a mind like mine, it's not hard to blow, you know.
We have a beautiful four-bone chop here. Came straight from the meat department. Private selection.
Now, did you French those bones, or did they do that for you?
That was done for me.
Great.
Couldn't ask for anything
Great.
better. So it's beautiful. This is USA, product USA, I noticed too, which is great. We're going to coat that with a fig spread, Dijon mustard, and roasted garlic coating that's going to brown up beautiful and
If I start shaking here anytime, just calm me down.
So the first thing we want to do is prepare the glaze.
Okay.
We have our roasted garlic cloves, which come from the
Mediterranean Olive Bar?
Experience Bar, yep. And these are slow roasted. You'll see we're going to put them on the board here, and we're going to give them a nice smash, and you'll just see how they break down.
Going to make a paste out of them,
nice and soft.
basically.
We're going to make a paste. That's exactly right.
Now, if you didn't have the roasted garlic, of course you could roast it yourself, but if you were using raw garlic, what would you do to help make that a little smoother and cream it out?
Yeah, a little bit of kosher salt on your cutting board.
Okay.
It'll act as an abrasive, and you can kind of just
Pull
rub
it
the
and
knife right
mix it,
through.
pull it and mix it.
And it will spread out nicely.
We got a nice smoking pan here, which is what we always
Good.
want.
Perfect. And so once this is into a paste like that, we're going to mix it into a bowl.
Boy, that looks good. I could eat that just. Roasted garlic is one of my favorite things just to snack on if I have it.
Oh, mine
And
too.
People say, "Oh Lord, you can't eat the garlic like that," but you know, when you roast it, it smooths that flavor out. You don't get that sharpness from a raw garlic.
Just so sweet and mellow. And this, buying it off the Med Bar, the Mediterranean Experience Bar, saves you 45 minutes of your oven time. And who thinks, oh, I got a head of garlic, I want to roast it, but don't have the time?
I can tell you, as a chef in the stores, I use the products off our Mediterranean Bar all the time because it saves me tons of time.
And that's what we're all looking for these days. So we got the Dijon mustard in there, classic pairing with lamb.
Yep.
And now we're going to take our fig spread, bring in a little bit of sweetness, some fruitiness. What's classic with lamb? Mint jelly.
Mint jelly.
The sweetness, I think, with some of these meats like lamb, which have a little bit of a more assertive flavor, the fruitiness, really balances that out.
I have to agree with that.
So that was kind of the inspiration here.
Good, good.
So there's our glaze. It's got the mustard, the fig, and the roasted garlic. Now our pan's nice and hot. We're going to take our lamb, we're going to brush it with a little bit of oil. You want to use an oil that can take the high heat of the cast iron pan.
So you're using vegetable oil?
This is vegetable oil.
Peanut oil would
peanut,
work, unless you
grapeseed.
have peanut allergies.
Right, grapeseed works great.
Good.
And
High
so we're
flash
going
point on that.
to season that up with some salt and pepper. And I did pat this dry. You want to make sure your meat is nice and dry before it goes in the pan. That'll help you get a good caramelization on it. So we
you never want moisture. You want as little moisture as possible because it also causes burn spots. Wetness does.
That's right. So we're going to lay that right in.
We'll turn that up just a hair.
And we're going to brown this off on all sides, even the sides. You want to get everything nice and brown.
Yep.
A few minutes, and then we'll top it with the glaze.
While that's browning, I'm going to read a comment from one of our viewers left on our website, cookinwithkroger.com. The comment reads, "I'm excited about the London broil and cranberry apple chutney recipe. I never select that particular cut of meat because I just don't know how to cook it without it being too tough. And with the tip trick that you showed us and the cutting trick, I learned today that I may have found a new love for a less expensive cut of meat that my family loves." So that, I think that says it all about what people are learning from our show. And we love these comments at cookinwithkroger.com. So go and leave your comment. Brett, it looks like we about got it brown.
Yep, we're there. If you want to kill the heat on this,
I'll do that.
we're going to put the glaze on. And that's easy. You just spoon it right over top. And you'll need to glaze the top because you're going to throw this under in the hot oven. And it's just going to caramelize right on top. And you'll see when we carve it up, it's going to be a beautiful presentation.
If you tried to put that on before you were browning, it would have burned that, right?
That's right. The sugars in the fig spread and the garlic as well would burn, would get bitter. And we're also looking for that beautiful crust.
Yeah.
So you want to brown the meat because the brown meat tastes so good.
Absolutely.
But then you want to get this beautiful crust on there.
Brown is good when it comes to food.
That's true. So a nice even layer of this, and in the oven it goes.
And that looks fantastic.
you can take that away.
And we had done one earlier, so we're going to be able to bring it out.
I'll get this board ready for carving.
Okay.
Of course, you'll want to let that meat rest for about 10 minutes. You can tent it with a little bit of foil to keep it warm. But you do want to rest it so that the juices stay in that meat and don't run all over the board. You want those juices in your lamb.
I got to tell you, I'm ready to pick that up by the bone and start on it right now.
Lamb lollipops?
Yeah, lamb lollipops. We don't even have to cut it. That's one lollipop. Okay?
All right, so we're going to take that.
While you're doing that, we've roasted some potatoes. I'm going to grab those out, and you go ahead and show folks how to slice that up.
Wonderful. So they're all lined up. You can see we got 4 bones. That's 4 chops. We're going to cut right in between, work our way down, and right through. Look at that, beautiful,
Well, I tell you, that's
juicy,
beautiful. That color is
nice
just
and
where
pink.
it should be.
Yeah, I like to pull my lamb out about 145, 140, 145. The carryover cooking will continue to cook it, and there's nothing worse than overdone lamb. So you'll see we got 4 beautiful chops here.
Wow.
And we'll get those right on the plate.
Those on the plate. Now we brought some olive tapenade here.
I like to serve it. That's a chopped olive tapenade, also from the Mediterranean bar. There's some beautiful chopped olives in there, calamatas and green olives. There's some red pepper, some garlic, just flavors that'll complement this
I love
meal.
that stuff. I tell you, I use it to make muffalata sandwiches with.
Oh, nice. So you just kind of put a nice fan on that.
Yep.
Show off that crust. Beautiful doneness.
Boy, that looks beautiful. I tell you, I can't wait to have one of those. When we return, a dessert that will bring tears to your eyes. But first, it's time to announce the winner of this week's Cooking with Kroger sweepstakes.